The Oklahoma City Thunder started the year at the top of the list of sellers. Paul George and Russell Westbrook had been traded for picks, and the veteran pieces that the Thunder netted in return, namely Danilo Gallinari and Chris Paul, seemed destined to follow them out of the door. Then a strange thing happened. Paul Gallinari, new addition Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Steven Adams, and Dennis Schroeder became one of the most effective five-man groups in the league. Today we're going to take a look at how the Thunder free up space for their three-headed point guard monster in Paul, Schroeder, and Gilgeous-Alexander. We're also going to take a look at why Danilo Gallinari is one of the best options out there to be alongside those guys. It's episode 2 of The Film Zone. Welcome to The Film Zone, and welcome to Orlando, the site of Wednesday's game between the Thunder and the Magic. Before we get to the action, let's take a quick look at OKC. The Thunder are 26-19 on the year, good for 13th in the NBA, and that matches up well with both their net rating and average point differential. Coincidentally, both are plus 1.8, and both are 13th in the league. Additionally, their defense is ranked 13th in the league by defensive rating, and their offense is 17th in the league by offensive rating. Those numbers don't seem all that special. So what makes OKC special? That was good. The 5 players that make OKC special, as we said in the opening, are Chris Paul, Danilo Gallinari, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Dennis Schroeder, and Steven Adams. Paul, Gilgeous-Alexander, and Schroeder are all point guards, and they form one of the best point guard combos in the league. Here's a quick look at those 5. Apologies to Terrence Ferguson, who we cropped out of the photo because he is not among this stellar group. He's still on the Thunder, but he did not make the cut here. Moving on, let's look at some numbers. In the highlighted column here, we have the on-off numbers for every member of the Thunder. This number represents the per 100 possessions point differential with you on the floor minus the per 100 possessions point differential of your team with you on the bench. As you can see, 5 of the 7 Thunder to have a positive on-off rating are the 5 players that we mentioned previously. Another one is Devon Hall, who has played 20 minutes on the year. And the 7th is Mr. Dort, who has just recently broken into the rotation. So these numbers show you how important Paul, Gallinari, Schroeder, Gilgeous-Alexander, and Adams have been for the Thunder all year. But their importance might be best illustrated by comparing them to players from other teams. In the NBA, there are 161 three-man combos with net ratings of 15 or higher. Of those 161, 46 have played at least 200 minutes together as of today. The Thunder can boast an impressive 6 of those 46 lineups, with Paul, Schroeder, and Gilgeous-Alexander, and Paul, Gallinari, and Schroeder ranking in the top 5. Some combination of Paul, Schroeder, Gilgeous-Alexander, Gallinari, and Adams forms all 6 of those lineups. And those 5 are the driving force behind the Thunder's rise to a solid playoff team. Let's take a look at what that looks like in a game. Back to Orlando for the game. Cool little magic joke here from the OKC TV. Starting lineups, Schroeder comes off the bench for the Thunder. Adams, unfortunately, out for this game, so we will be watching Nerlens Noel playing his role. Going to the tip here, we've got 2 teams, started 7-11, have been a lot better since. Both are now the 7 seeds in their conference. And we're going to cut to Markelle Fultz doing something there. and we'll go straight to the tip. Now this is a beautiful set play to start the game for the Thunder. We're going to watch it through at full speed once, and then we'll slow it down and analyze it. As you can see here, it's going to end with a wide open Gallinari 3. All right, so the basis of the Thunder's offense is to give either Paul, Gilgeous-Alexander, or Schroeder space to make a play. That often comes from a screen. As we're going to see at the top of your screen here, Gallinari and Noel are going to set up the screen, and Paul is going to come off it, but he doesn't really get the separation he wants. So Noel now is going to set a screen for Gallinari, get him open, and Paul is going to run it back. This time Gallinari is going to make a little bit more of an opening for him, and all of a sudden he's got the defender on his back, swings it to Dort, who's wide open in the corner. You're going to see two defenders react to the shooter, and all of a sudden you've got Gallinari, knockdown shooter, wide open at the top of the key for an easy 3 to start the game. Nice little slow-mo look at what that looks like there. And as we're going to see throughout the game, the Thunder's goal, again, is to get Schroeder, Paul, Gilgeous-Alexander in space where they have the chance to make a play for themselves or for their teammates. And that's where a lot of the Thunder's offense is going to come from. Next offensive possession here. Gilgeous-Alexander taking the ball down. Again, screen from Noel. He doesn't really use it. He gets caught. So we're going to pass it out to Paul at the top of the key. And again, Noel is going to come and set that screen. That's the role of the center here. Just set a bunch of screens for the guards. Paul can't really do much with it. He's going to toss it out to Gallinari, who's going to take another 3. Bit of a heat check to start the game, it looks like, but not a terrible shot. Now the Magic are going to respond with 3 here from Fultz. And we're going to go back down. Oklahoma City again with the ball. Paul's taking it up. This time we're going to see a screen on the opposite side to free up Gilgeous-Alexander away from the ball. Except that doesn't really work, so now they free up Gallinari. Gallinari gets the ball, swings it back to Paul, and now he's going to go attempt to set a screen for Dort here. He's going to get the handoff from Paul. Screen now, Dort has a one-on-one, and he's going to take it to the rim. He's not going to finish, but again, you see the series of screens there, frees up space, and gives someone a chance to make a play one-on-one. Next possession, Paul taking the ball up. Gallinari, you see running straight into the screen. Noel's going to follow, double screen, and all of a sudden Paul, bunch of room. He's going to kick it out to Gallinari, who's open. He's not going to take the shot. He's going to lose it out of bounds. But again, a couple of screens, sets up an opening for Paul, who has a chance to make a play out of it. Paul's going to get it back from Noel. Noel's going to set the screen to get Gallinari open. Then Gallinari is going to set the screen to get Paul open. Now you've got Paul running through the paint with a man on his back. It's ideal for the offense. He's going to swing it to the corner again. Ball movement, and now you see Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to attack Fournier one-on-one. The defender has to stay with Gallinari, and Gilgeous-Alexander can step back and hit the shot. Another possession here. Gallinari is going to take it up this time. He's kind of that fourth playmaker. He's not a point guard, but he can still make plays occasionally, and he can obviously shoot it very well off of the plays that the point guards are making. And he's going to draw the focus of 2 defenders here. He's going to leave some space open for Noel, who's going to get the pass and get fouled. And we'll speed this up real quick. Replay there of Gilgeous-Alexander's shot. And the Thunder are back. Paul, top of the key. Again, we're going to see the screen away to open up Gallinari, who's going to set a screen for Paul. And then we're going to try a lob here. That's a good look. They don't execute it. But every time you've got Paul running into the paint with his defender on his back, you've got a pretty good chance at scoring points. Next possession down. We're going to do that little handoff in the corner again. Now the ball is with Noel. He's going to set a screen off of this handoff. And now you've got Gilgeous-Alexander attacking the paint. Sets up an open jumper. Not the best look, but it's an open shot, so we'll take it. And now the Thunder are going to get a quick transition look here. Gallinari is not going to have any help, so he's going to pull it out. And this time we're going to see Paul setting the screen as a point guard. Both players are going to stick with the threat in Gallinari, and that leaves Paul wide open for a three in the corner. Good offense, even though he misses it. Next possession, Paul's going to have the ball in his hands. Like we have every time, we're going to see a screen to start the action. Paul, again, man on his back. Again, sets up that mid-range jumper. Noel's not going to take it because he missed it last time. So he goes back, attempts the screen again. Paul goes through it. And this time, the lob works. And that is often done with Adams. That's one of his bigger roles in the offense, rolling off of those screens and finishing as the five. Paul does a little waddle there. And again, he's going to start off this possession with the ball in his hands. And this is just good play from Paul, making something happen. He's going to get to the rim, finish the and one. Obviously, you can set screens for him all day, but some of this is just going to come down to the playmaking ability of Paul, Gilgeous-Alexander, and Schroeder, and they have plenty of that. Paul now with the ball. You're going to see Gallinari and Noel walking over to set the double screen again. Paul is going to take it here. And again, he gets a wide open look there. Not going to fall, but that's a solid look. Now here, they're going to force a turnover. Chris Paul running in transition. That's always a good thing for the offense. Doesn't really make much happen there, though. He's going to get the ball back, and Gallinari is going to come set that screen. Paul's not going to take it. He's going to give it to Gilgeous-Alexander, who you see now has plenty of space in a one-on-one opportunity here. He's going to take Fournier, take that step-back jumper that he likes. Easy money for Gilgeous-Alexander. Next possession. Gallinari now with the ball. Schroeder is there, number 17, back on the court for the first time. And he's going to get the ball now. Mike Muscala, a shooter. So he's going to come up, set that screen, pop, and he's wide open because his man was sitting down in the paint, waiting for the threat of Schroeder to drive. Instead, Schroeder passes out to Muscala, and you get a wide open three. Next possession with Schroeder. He's going to take it up. You're going to see Muscala from the bottom of your screen to the top, run over, attempt to set that screen. He kind of whiffs on it. So he goes back again. This time makes some contact. Schroeder with a very nice pass. And you've got a little 5-0 run from Mike Muscala there, with the plays made by Schroeder on both occasions. Now we'll skip ahead a little bit. Second quarter here. Thunder up by 3. And Chris Paul back in the game. You're going to see that screen right away, this time from Darius Bazley, who's going to get the ball back. And he's got a wide open driving lane because he popped and the man went with Paul. And he's going to finish. So like we saw with Schroeder and Muscala a few minutes ago, the man who's guarding the screen goes with the guard, and that leaves someone else wide open. Paul taking it down here. And again, we're just going to look at individual brilliance from Paul. Gets into the paint on his own, finds his shot, knocks it down. And you get a few of those a game. You're sitting pretty if you're the Thunder. Now Schroeder's going to get a turn. He's going to take it up. He's kind of got an edge here, and he's going to take it on his own. takes one man to the hoop easily, and finishes. So again, we've seen 3 buckets now from Paul and Schroeder combined, just getting to the rim, getting into the paint. We've seen 2 from Gilgeous-Alexander just taking step-back jumpers, and their ability to just create points on their own is big for the Thunder. Now going in transition, we're going to kick it out to Schroeder. He's going to wait. He's going to get that screen. He's going to go around. He's going to make a nice pass to the corner where Hamidou Diallo, is able to take it and find his own shot because the defense had shifted to focus to Schroeder. And pretty sure this is the halftime show. Yes, there are the first half stats. Thunder shooting very well from the floor, as you can see. And back to the game. Thunder are going to go on a big run here to kind of secure their lead. The Magic do make it a comeback, but this helps the Thunder to hold on in the end. We're going to see Paul with the ball here. Gallinari is going to run up, set the screen again. Paul makes it, man on his back. Again, that lob. 3rd time we've seen it, 2nd time it's worked. That's wide open because they pay attention to Paul, and that leaves the center able to sneak in behind. Paul picks up his dribble and he lays it off to Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, he's just going to attack Fournier here. And that's easy money for Gilgeous-Alexander. Get to the rim, draw the foul. And that's the 3rd time this game that we've seen him attack Fournier. And we'll speed this up here. Couple free throws. Makes the first, makes the second. And now we're on a 4-0 run here for the Thunder as soon as that one goes in. Quick, easy, fast break points here. Doesn't really have anything to do with the offensive design, but that'll make the run 6-0 for the Thunder. Now going ahead a little bit. Nice block from Noel there. And the ball is going to end up with Paul in transition. He's not really going to run because he's like 50. But he's going to get fouled here, and that's going to stop the design. But you're going to see him take it to the rim. And probably would have gotten his own shot if he had been able to keep going, but he was fouled from behind. So the ball goes to the sideline. Gallinari passes it in to Noel. And we're going to get the ball to Gilgeous-Alexander, who's going to do that ball screen handoff thing that we've seen a number of times. He's going to swing it all the way to Dort, who's going to swing it quick to Gallinari, and he's going to attack the closeout and get a jumper. Probably should have been a foul. He's going to call for it right here. But he makes it anyway, so we're good. Let's read some lips here. He says, my name's Danilo Gallinari. I can put my hands together like this. You can check it out. The refs said, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Please don't show that to me again. Go back to the bench. And Gallinari's like, all right, fine. Back to the game. Paul taking it up. And Noel, again, sets that screen. Paul, man on his back, taking on Vucevic, who actually plays pretty good defense there. And he stops Paul. But now you've got a one-on-one Chris Paul and Vucevic again on the perimeter. And Fournier comes over to help because his center's on Chris Paul. And that leaves an opening for Gallinari to attack when he gets the pass. And he takes advantage, hitting the jumper, putting the Thunder up by 13. Now Gilgeous-Alexander's taking the ball up. And he is going to take a quick individual move there, get fouled because he gets past his man. And we'll skip through this quick. Schroeder's going to come in for the end of this run. Dort's going to go sit. And Paul gets the screen from Gallinari and Noel at once. Something's going on there. Fultz tried to jump through it, fouled Paul. And now Chris Paul is going to go to the free throw line to extend the lead to 15 points. If he can make both, we'll speed through this. He'll make the first, and he will make the second as well. Put the Thunder up by 15. Then the Magic finally score there, and we'll just look at a few more possessions to drive home this idea. Gallinari is going to come and set that screen. Noel is going to consider following, but Schroeder already is around, and now he's going to run to the rim, get that lob. Third time in the game we've seen him finish it. And again, the defenders step up, try to stop the point guard or the guard, whoever has the ball in that scenario. That leaves plenty of space at the rim for the center to finish the lob. A little bit later, Thunder go on a bit of a scoring drought here, but you're going to see Schroeder. He's going to get the screen from Noel. That gives him space. And now he's got a one-on-one with Vucevic. But for whatever reason, he's not going to take it. Now he will. That's the matchup you're looking for. Your point guard on the opposing center. And Schroeder's going to take advantage here. Vucevic really cannot guard that. And that's 2 points for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's the last possession we'll look at. So just to recap here, as we're going to cut to some Chris Paul State Farm commercials. The Thunder open up a ton of space for their guards by setting screens with their 4 and their 5. Those guards then attack that space, try to get to the rim, or pass to others to get wide open shots. Additionally, we see Schroeder, Paul, and Gilgeous-Alexander attack on their own, find their own space, and produce points that way. And that is how the Thunder make those lineups work. All right, now we're going to end this episode of the Film Zone with a couple commercials from the game. Take a quick look at what the people in Oklahoma City are watching. This is a national commercial. Do not like it. Taco Bell is not good, and it's just a weird thing going on there, so not a fan of that one. This one is about a Sonic taco wrap, which might be worse, so we'll pretend that one didn't happen. No, I do enjoy this one. Got a bunch of kids playing around. Best part about this is the labeling. Just teacher. You've got Cal Ripken right there. We'll see in a minute. They're just going to call him Hall of Famer. This guy is the superintendent. Don't need to know his name. And we're going to cut back to Cal here. Baseball Hall of Famer. Nothing else is required. Go team at the end. That's fun. These two guys here know business. I had this on mute, so I have no idea what they said, but I trust them for sure. I will be making a call to them in the immediate future for sure. And have to end with this. Michael Bublé is back. He's back. He's coming to the Chesapeake Energy Arena. It's going to be an evening with him. Very special. Friday, April 3rd. Buy your tickets now before they're sold out. They make a great holiday gift, so if you're buying a gift, it's January 15th. You're buying a gift for the holiday that is coming up at the end of the month, January 25th day. Michael Bublé tickets would be the way to go. Thanks for listening.